Since I was a little boy, I wanted to be a professional baseball player. Well, now I'm 36 and going nowhere fast. So that's why I'm starting Kyle Pepper's Professional Baseball League.
I am Cookie Masterson, and if you love trivia, this game is for you, and also for this trivia-loving duck. All by yourself? Yeah, well, wouldn't be the first time. It's being brought to you by
Finger of the Month Club, because it's easier than going out month after month and finding fingers yourself.
Try to choose the wrong answer, brought to you by our sponsor to get prizes and cash. All right, let's get this party started.
Get ready, time for question 1.
First question, where there's a Lil, there's a way. Okay, pay attention and tell me this. What would be an example of Lil Wayne in a Lil Wayne? Lil Wayne in a little ship? Lil Wayne in a little cabin? Lil Wayne in a... A wain is a large farm wagon used to haul hay and other large loads. Unfortunately, Lil Wayne's wagon is pulled by a donkey, so parallel parking is a nightmare. He just can't back that ass up.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it.
Here's a good one. Grauman's Chinese Penitentiary.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right.
Get this one correct, and I just might see my way to offering you early parole and 1,000 extra bucks. Arrange these celebrity jailbirds in order of how much total time they spent in prison, from shortest time. Mike Tyson, Stuart Tyson Downey, Tyson Downey Stuart, Stuart Downey Tyson, or Downey Tyson Stuart. No. Next time, try this. Martha Stewart spent 5 months in prison from 2004 to 2005. Robert Downey Jr. served 1 year of a 3-year sentence in 1999. And Mike Tyson was in prison for 3 years from 1992 to 1995. And I heard during her time in prison, Martha Stewart learned how to make an absolutely heavenly toilet wine.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Try this on for size. Hey. So, what's going down? Venice, Italy? Edinburgh, Scotland? Honolulu, Hawaii? Or... No, Edinburgh, Scotland isn't going down, unlike... Were you thinking of this one? Venice, Italy, known for its canals, sinks approximately 2 millimeters every year. Sure, the oceans are rising everywhere, making every place appear as if it's sinking, but Venice is actually actively going downward. In the grand scheme of things, though, 2 millimeters a year isn't really all that much. That's why the citizens of Venice have learned to panic very, very slowly. This one's known as Barely Nude, and it's time for this or that. I'm gonna read off 7 items, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a type of bear you can buy at Build-A-Bear, or a type of lingerie you can buy at Victoria's Secret. If it's Build-A-Bear, press the left arrow. If it's Victoria's Secret, press the right arrow. Alright, let's get started. Lucky Clover Teddy. Pink Floyd, Cutaway Teddy, Pumpkin Pal, Listen Nice Teddy, Big Night Teddy. That was completely indecent. I personally don't shop at Build-A-Bear. I just feel they reinforce body images that are unrealistic for most bears.
5 fingers!
Next, I used all my vacation days on Lobsterfest. If the fast food chain Long John Silver's had a calamari special called Squid Pro Quo, what would be an appropriate tagline in their commercials? All of our calamari is free. We'll give you calamari if you give us calamari. The Latin phrase quid pro quo means to exchange one favor for another. So at Squid Pro Quo, you'd probably need to bring in calamari to get calamari. I prefer to eat seafood when it's part of a cleverly named promotion, but I had to draw the line when a local restaurant started offering habeas corpus. That's the end of a thrilling first round, and you haven't even broken a sweat. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. And don't forget, the wrong answer of the game is still there for the taking. Now get out there and make me proud. And now, return to your nearest pantheon. If my local red box were like Pandora's Box, what would probably be the only movie left in it? Cape Fear, Hope Floats, 10 Things I Hate About You, or Anger Management? Why didn't you pick this? In the story of Pandora's Box, Pandora opens said box and releases evil upon the world, but remaining at the bottom was hope. But sadly, my red box was nothing like Pandora's Box, and I ended up with Airbud 2 Golden Receiver.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Up next, how much wood, Chuck? You know, I've been thinking about the universe, and it kind of makes me feel small and alone.
You're not alone. You got me, Dunny.
Oh, no!
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me.
This is my ventriloquist puppet, Billy O'Brien. Sometimes I let him ask questions, even though he's a little hard to understand.
What? I speak perfectly. And here's a question about outer space. One noon orbits the Earth.
The moon?
Yes, the noon. That's what I said. What planet has no noons? Mercury, Jupiter, Neptune, Pluto. Pluto's not even a planet anymore. Don't be a neuron.
The correct answer is Mercury, along with Venus, has no moons.
No noons.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Billy.
That cookie, I got one more noon for you.
Billy, put your pants back on. I don't want to see that. Ugh, there's some weird wood stains.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Follow me down to the sea.
Take a stab at, what am I eating? Which food is not lying about what animal or body part it is? Buffalo wings, chicken fingers, pig's feet, or elephant ears? Yep. Yep. These pig's feet I'm eating are actual pig's feet. They don't taste as bad as I thought they would. Just have to remember to take the pig's socks off first. I call this one trashes to trashes, junk to junk. You're lucky you can't smell what's going on in here because we're about to do a trash question.
Looking through your trash bag, what's it say about you? What's it say about you? Funky trash.
Time to see whose trash is my treasure this time. Let's take a look. There is a nice pair of boots in size cat, a book called A Parent's Guide to Juvenile Espionage, and an empty bottle of cologne labeled Blue Seduction. Who does this trash belong to? Antonio Banderas, Brad Pitt, George Clooney, or John Stamos? Antonio Banderas was the voice of the cat known as Puss in Boots in the Shrek movies. He was the father in the movie Spy Kids, and he has a line of cologne called Blue Seduction.
Antonio Banderas.
Holy crap, even his trash whispers his name. This guy's the coolest.
Antonio Banderas.
Next up, a Rolling Stone gathers no supermodels. Suppose wafer-thin model Kate Moss wanted to grow a little. If she were like real moss, what part of the tree should she lean on in order to grow the most? The highest part of the tree, the driest side of the tree, the south... excuse me. Let me show you something. Most kinds of moss grow far better in the shade. But most trees these days opt to have their moss waxed into a landing strip. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see two clues that match, press your A button. 2,000 big ones if you're... Oh, I'll just shut my mouth then. Here's your clue. Given the bird. What type of bird are they? Good luck. That's the game! Whenever I want to see birds, I just hit myself over the head with a cartoon hammer. Occasionally I end up seeing stars or hopping rabbits, but 9 times out of 10, it's birds.
You don't know Jack!
So that it's not in my face. That was...
I am Cookie Masterson, and if you want to rent a PT Cruiser for your prom, just let me know. Couldn't get anyone to join you, huh? Yeah, I know how you feel. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by...
Edible toilets. They're not just sanitary, they're sanitasty.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. All right, here we go.
Get ready, time for question. 1.
First, Bland McNally. What type of delivery restriction should I expect from a pizza place called Papua John's? You must live in Northern Europe. We only deliver to the South Pacific, serving all of Western Africa. Let this be a lesson to you. I so wanted you to pick this one. The province of Papua is located in the South Pacific in Indonesia. Part of it is known as Papua New Guinea, so yeah, that's where Papua John's delivers to. It's odd that a delivery place like Papua John's was able to find such success in the region, considering it was first explored by Vasco da Jornos.
Oh, mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Tell you so.
How about, luck is only pretending to be a lady tonight. I try to stay away from gambling and casinos because I'm just not a numbers guy. 7, 40, 0, Norkin, those numbers don't mean anything to me. I'm more of a words guy. Which of these casino game names is not also a verb? Slots, blackjack, poker, or craps? You're lucky I left my blackjack at home or I'd totally blackjack you with it. What, you don't know blackjack? Now pay attention. Slots, blackjack, and of course craps can all be verbs. But puns aside, poker is really just a noun. And nobody knows what the baccarat is.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Open wide for skating through life. And this dis or dat is about to stick the landing. I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's an ice skating jump or a past or current member of the rock band Guns N' Roses. If it's an ice skating jump, press the left arrow. If it's a Guns N' Roses member, press the right arrow. Alrighty then, here it comes. Axel. Axel. Wally. Dizzy. Slash. Lots. You didn't even go out in the Blades of Glory. I used to have a dream of being a figure skater, and I would come out and rock the house to Welcome to the Jungle. But then I grew up, and I decided to enter to Call Me Maybe. It's time for Taco Hell. What would happen to a Choco Taco in the Choco Canyon? It would melt in Egypt. It would melt in New Mexico. It would melt in Jamaica. The Choco Canyon, home to the ancient ruins of the Pueblo tribe, is located in New Mexico. It's a great site to visit and reflect on how far we've advanced in our ice cream taco desserts. Coming up next, Kirby Diem. Oh, hey, my Chinese food arrived. Let's see, did I eat it yet? I can never tell if I already ate it. Oh, hell, I'll just skip to the fortune cookie anyway.
Cookie, fortune cookie necessary.
Okay, let's see what she says. Don't judge a book by its cover. Okay, right, because if you did that, you might think The Godfather is about Ferris wheels, marionettes, scarecrows, or sharks. Can't do anything right, can you? Oh, honestly. The Godfather's iconic cover has a hand holding the strings to a marionette puppet on it, so I might believe it's about a man and his puppets. Another reason not to judge a book by its cover, there's almost always a picture on the cover of books, but almost never any pictures on the inside. That's false. That'll bring an end to our first round, and your score is pretty much just fairly okay. Remember, in round 2, every question is worth double. Well, no time like the present. Here we have Ancestry. I've been using this Ancestry.com thing to find out my true ethnic background. Turns out I'm 25% Tasmanian, 25% Northern Russian Eskimo, 25% Wallace and Futunian, and 25% Liechtensteinian. And you know, that just feels right. Anyway, Whose ethnic background would be 50% blue, 25% yellow, and 25% red? The love child of Smurfette and Hellboy? The love child of Ms. Pac-Man and Cookie Monster? The love child of the annoying Orange and Shrek? Or the love child of the Wicked... no. Want to see the right answer? The Wicked Witch is green, so that's 1 part blue and 1 part yellow. Barney is purple, so that's 1 part blue and 1 part red. So their child would be 2 parts blue, 1 part yellow, and 1 part red. Or 50% blue, 25% yellow, and 25% red. Also, that child would be 50% evil and 50% good. Just like all of us. Just like all of us.
Question 7. Get out and shake your monkey bang.
Bucker up for Actually Talking Heads. Who would be the most suited to play the title role in a cartoon adaptation of The Lord of the Flies? Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, or Elmer Fudd? In William Golding's Lord of the Flies, the titular Lord of the Flies is a decapitated pig's head that is put on a spike by a bunch of stranded British children. So Porky Pig would be perfect for the part. And best of all, the bleak ending of the book would be less depressing if it had the pig head wink and say, "That's all, folks."
Follow me down to the sea.
May I introduce Striped Tees.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And this one's going to be worth double the points if you get it right, so try and stay focused for once. Arrange these items in order from fewest to most stripes. The American flag, a standard set of billiards balls, the Cat in the Hat's hat. Balls, flag, hat, balls, flag. I'll be donating the remainder of your cash to Thing 1 and Thing 2. No, I'll get this. There are 5 stripes on the Cat in the Hat's hat, 7 stripe balls in a standard billiard pool set, and 13 stripes on the American flag. And now I will count how many stripes there are on a barber's pole. 6. No, wait. No, 9. No, darn it keeps moving. This one's called Bring Us Not Into the Temptations. Considering the 4 major elements he believed in, what would a drunken Plato shout at an Earth, Wind, and Fire concert? Hey, where's time? Hey, where's light? Hey! Along with a potential 5th element known as ether, or a heavenly substance, Plato and the Greeks believed in 4 major elements: earth, air, fire, and water. Plato is also a huge believer in that every song should have a saxophone solo. Say hello to Eat Frisch. Suppose Subway restaurants in Germany name their subs after the German submarines in World War I and World War II. What sandwich could you order there? A meatball monitor? A Black Forest ham? U-boats were the name of the German submarines used in World War I and II. They would still, of course, sell $5 1/3 of a meter longs. Welcome to the... you already know the rules. Off you go. You're positively glowing. What part of them glows? Good luck. see my face glow, just watch me sit in front of a Golden Girls marathon.
You don't know Jack!
Take up the set, please.
Hi, I'm Cookie, and wearing footy pajamas to bed is a great way to protect your feet against closet monsters. Couldn't find a partner? Gee, it's kind of like a metaphor. Do you know what that means? And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by...
Cattle pulse. Cows can't jump over the moon, but they can get flung over a barn. From the makers of the goat cannon.
Sniff out our sponsor's wrong answer of the game and you'll end up with a great prize and serious cash. All right, here goes nothing.
Get ready, time for question. One.
Let's start with the advertise that bind. Which of these food mascots could be called Arboreal? Snap, Crackle, and Pop, the Keebler Elves, the Jolly Green Giants, or Miss... The Keebler Elves live in a tree, making them arboreal. Now, I don't mean to question the elves, but a tree doesn't really seem like the best place to put an oven that bakes cookies.
Oh, Mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
And on its way, Betty White's day off. So imagine Betty White is riding on a lawnmower.
Hey, Donnie, what's happening?
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me.
So, Billy,
What did you say, Donnie?
take those earbuds out. I'm talking to you.
Sorry, I was listening to Ada.
ABBA? You're listening to ABBA?
Yeah, I love Ada. That reminds me. Which of these Broadway musicals features the music of Ada? American Idiot, The Duke of... A lot of the music in Nana Nia comes from the Swedish band Ada. I auditioned for a part in the movie adaptation of Nana Nia that I lost out to Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, they said I wasn't wooden enough.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Why not try just getting Bieber and Bieber? What is not older than Justin Bieber? The internet expression ROFL, DVDs, The Nightmare Before Christmas, or Sun Chips? Sun Chips? No, but I am mooning you right now. Allow me. The expression ROFL for rolling on the floor laughing, the movie The Nightmare Before Christmas, and Sun Chips all existed before Justin Bieber was born. But DVDs, invented in 1995, came about when Lil Bieber was about 1 year old. And speaking of babies, I can't get enough of Justin Bieber's hit song Baby featuring Ludacris. What can I say? I'm a sucker for heartfelt pop songs about infants. Let's try Bored to be Wild. I don't know, sometimes I just feel like sitting around and doing something really boring. You know what I mean? Because it will take the longest, which of these activities will I find the most boring? Watching acrylic paint dry, watching watercolor paint dry, watching oil paint dry, or... this is like CSI boring. I'm looking for boring. Ready for this? Most paints dry in a matter of hours, but depending on the thickness, oil paint can take from 2 to 10 days to dry completely. I guess I better make myself comfortable. That's it. I can't take any more boringness. I'm turning on the TV. Why aren't the channels changing? Oh no, it's stuck on the Golf Channel. It's stuck on the Golf Channel! Here's one I like to call, The Ice Machine is Down the Mahal, and it's time for This or Dat. I'm going to list off 7 things, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a feature of the Taj Mahal, or an amenity at La Quinta Inn hotels. If it's the Taj Mahal, press the left arrow. If it's La Quinta Inn, press the right arrow. Ready? Let's go. Moonlit garden. Bright reflecting pool. Gazebos. Great gate. Roof terrace. Not bad, but you checked out a little early. I've considered going to the Taj Mahal, but really, why? I can visit a La Quinta Inn at any of their over 700 convenient locations across North America and get pretty much the same experience, plus free continental breakfast, which is nowhere to be found on the brochure for the Taj Mahal. It's a no-brainer, really. We've finished round one, and it looks like you might be getting the hang of this. Keep in mind, all the prizes are doubled in round two. And remember, our wrong answer to the game is still out there waiting to be picked. Enough small talk. Take a good look at dethroning the Sacramento Kings. Which NBA team would King Charles I think were big supporters of his? The Utah Jazz, the Cleveland Cavaliers. The supporters of King Charles I and his son were known as the Cavaliers. So when it comes to basketball, the Cavaliers would be his team. There's even a dog now called the King Charles Cavalier Spaniel. Oh, I just had an idea for Airbud 15.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Here we have Meow. If NASA's Curiosity killed a cat, what would be the next day's tabloid headline? Cats running rampant on the moon. Cats have taken over Mars. Cat armies found on Venus. Curiosity is the name of the Mars rover. Rover killing a cat. Typical.
Follow me down to the sea.
Buck her up for. I'm gonna dirty up this one-horse town.
Looking through your trash bag. What's it say about you? What's it say about you? Funky trash.
Wow, my sound booth is squeaky clean today. The cleaning lady must have come last night. You know what? I really can't stand all this fresh-smelling air. Can we get some trash in here? Okie dokie. We've got a prosthetic double chin and fat suit, a wall calendar with every Coldplay concert date handwritten on it, and a book called How to Name Your Baby After a Fruit. Who does this trash belong to? Drew Barrymore, Gwyneth Paltrow, Naomi Watts, or Claire Danes? Drew Barry less. Watch how easy this is. Gwyneth Paltrow wore a fat suit and fat-face prosthetics in the film Shallow Hal, married Coldplay's Chris Martin in 2003, and has a kid named Apple. I'm gonna keep this trash and pretend it's from my life. If only we lived in a world of sliding doors. And now, lick it or ticket. Let's say the Earth is like a giant Tootsie Pop. If every time you lick it, you eliminate 1 mile from its surface, how many licks would it take to get to its sweet, sweet core? About 350 licks? About 1,800 licks. The Earth's core is about 1,800 miles below its surface. But how are you going to find someone who can lick the Earth that many times before getting exhausted and giving up? Am I right, ladies? Here's a good one. I'm a Cinnamon. So this cinnamon challenge is all the rage these days. They say a human can't swallow 1 tablespoon of cinnamon in 60 seconds. Well, I'm here to prove them wrong. Here goes. Oh God, I regret this immediately. My mouth is burning. I have to drink something. What should I not drink because it contains even more cinnamon? Gimlet, Shirley Temple, Arnold Palmer, or Brown Betty. Hey, way to go out on a sour note. Smart people choose this. Although there are some slight variations between recipes, Brown Betty Punch always calls for ale, brandy, and cinnamon. Whew! Boy, I need to freshen my mouth up with some gum. It's Big Red! It's Big Red! Step right up to the Jack attack. When you see two clues that well, don't mind me then. Here's your clue. You're spacing out, man. What game does this space belong in? Why games have different names in different countries. Like Chutes and Ladders is called Snakes and Ladders in Canada. And in America it's called Clue, but everywhere else it's called Cluedo. However, I do prefer the Swedish name for Hungry Hungry Hippos, which is, of course, Geschnierdehofen, Morgt and Schnooper.
You don't know Jack!
I hope those cupcakes were fair game.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson. Blink twice if you can understand me. You know what I love more than anything? Wasting all these great questions on a single player. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
A-Hole Premium Holes. When you need a hole, you know where to go. A-Hole Premium Holes.
Pick the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to win a fabulous prize and big cash. Okay, let's begin.
Get ready, time for question. 1.
To get things rolling, Life After Croak. Suppose the classic arcade game Frogger had a level where you had to guide the frog safely across the road to Damascus. What might happen to him when he arrived at the other side? He would find the lost city of gold. He would fall off the edge of the world. You just wasted your last life. This would have worked. In the Bible, the road to Damascus is where St. Paul first encounters Jesus and is converted to Christianity. And if you haven't heard the story about Frogger's conversion to Christianity, you should. It's riveting. Hey-o!
Oh, Mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Next, the writings on the Walmart. Suppose Walmart goes literal and starts selling commemorative pieces of the Berlin Wall. If they roll back the price so it matches the year in which the wall came down, how much will a piece cost? 1979, 1985, 1989, or 1994? There seems to be a giant wall between you and a friggin' right answer. It's so obvious. Built in 1961, the Berlin Wall, which separated East from West Berlin, was eventually destroyed in 1989 by Germans from either side. In aisle 7, you can also find some very nice Berlin wallpaper.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Let's try I like to movie it.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
I'm about to rearrange your world. Put these movies named after African locations in order from north to south. Casablanca, Madagascar, Congo. Madagascar, Congo, Casablanca, Madagascar. This is gonna hurt. Here's where the money is. Casablanca is a city in Morocco on the northwest edge of the African mainland. Congo, whether you're talking about the country or the river, is in the middle of the continent. And Madagascar lies off the southeastern coast just south of Congo. It seems like all Hollywood does is make films set in Africa. Hell, even the movie called Out of Africa was set in Africa. Here's one I like to call the Notorious ICE. Which of these icy rappers is going through the process known as sublimation? Ice Cube changing from a solid to a gas. Ice-T changing from a solid to a liquid. Sublimation is when matter changes from a solid into a gas, skipping the liquid phase. It's a big leap. Or to put it another way, it's like when a hardcore gangster rapper suddenly starts starring in family-friendly kids' movies seemingly overnight. Coming up next, I accidentally listened to Accidental Racist. And get me my cowboy hat, it's this or that. I'm gonna list off 7 things, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a country song by Brad Paisley, an item the TSA prohibits in carry-ons on a flight, or both. If it's Brad Paisley, press the left arrow. If it's not allowed in a carry-on, press the right arrow. And if you think it's both, press the down arrow. Okay, let's move. Scissors. Toothbrush. Alcohol. Water. Cattle prod. Flowers. Remind me not to fly with you. Carry on. That sounds like a country song. My baby checked her bags last night, bought a ticket for a one-way flight, and even though she's really gone, I know I'll carry on. Luggage. Oh, I should have stopped at carry on. Round 1 is complete, and hopefully you'll do even better in the next round. Keep in mind, in round 2, everything is worth twice as much. And keep in mind, keep an eye out for the wrong answer of the game. It's still out there. Let's keep going. Next up, a bunch of bull. Craigslist is great. Last week I bought some used golf clubs, and this week I got this old mechanical bull. How'd I ever live without this? I wonder if there are any other mechanical animals I can ride. Which of these mechanical animal rides would not be a mechanical bull? A mechanical male moose, a mechanical male elephant, a mechanical male whale, or a mechanical male gorilla? The male moose, elephant, and whale are all referred to as bulls. An adult male gorilla is called a silverback. Okay, somebody help me get off. My foot's caught in the stirrup.
Here, sir. I'll pull and you twist.
Hey, easy. Careful. You're going to tear my little cowboy outfit.
Question 7. Get up and shake your funky thing.
And on its way, SpongeBob Newhart. Which old man is getting a sponge bath? Tommy Lee Jones getting washed with a plant? Wilford? Honest mistake. Oh, you're gonna kick yourself. Now, Sponge is in the animal kingdom. Finally, a super sexy question. Am I right, ladies?
Follow me down to the sea.
Why not try? I'd rather watch a movie than study geography. Which of these movies does not have a U.S. state capital in its title? Austin Powers, Billy Madison, Flight of the Phoenix, or American Buffalo? Nobody picks that one. Where's that confounded right answer? Austin, Madison, and Phoenix are all state capitals, but Buffalo isn't. And although it's not a state capital, I highly recommend you visit Operation Dumbo Drop, Utah sometime. It's charming. This one's called Orthodox Brews. What would be a good name for a chain restaurant whose theme was, in here, it's always the beginning of the Hebrew Sabbath? TGI Fridays at sunrise, TGI Fridays... It was begging to be picked. Shabbat, the Hebrew Sabbath, starts at Friday at sunset and lasts till nightfall on Saturday. This would be problematic for TGI Fridays at sunset, since Scripture clearly states that one must not work, answer the phone, or eat loaded potato skin poppers during the Sabbath. This one's known as, I want a lover to cheese me. So for this next question...
Hey, Cookie, sorry to interrupt. Your mom is on the phone. She says you need to get your cheese ladies out of the house. They're starting to stink. What the hell is she talking about?
Let's say a lonely man decided to sculpt a life-sized, beautiful lady out of a bunch of cheese. You know, just so he could have somebody to talk to or whatever. I don't know. So, compared to his other cheesy ladies, which one would be oh so soft? A Colby Jack Kobe Smulders? A Brie is a spreadable soft cheese. And it's also the easiest cheese to talk to. Welcome to the attack. When you see two clues that match, press your A button. $2,000 if you're right. But, of course, who wants to hear my yapping? Oh, I'm still doing it. Sorry. Here you go. Breaking the law. Breaking the law. What illegal activity is central to these shows? Good luck. If these shows have taught me anything, it's that just because you break the law doesn't mean you're not an interesting human being. That's why I would like to confess that I have been genetically modifying otters for my own personal gain.
You don't know Jack!
Hey, I'm Cookie, and I'm an organ donor, if you know what I mean. Yeah? Okay. Just me and you? That's good. Now we can talk real loud. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by...
Corn! You're eating it even when you don't think you are. It's corn.
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. Okay, let's light this sucker.
Get ready, time for question. One.
First on the docket, take a crack. Who's got an ass that goes on for days? Tonto, Holden Caulfield, Atticus Finch, or Sancho Panza? Sancho Panza, Don Quixote's sidekick, travels alongside him riding a donkey, a.k.a. an ass. And he rode it for a very long time. His ass just won't stop.
Oh, mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
May I introduce Wands According to Jim? And watch where you step because it's time for this or that. I'm gonna list off 7 things, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a Jim Belushi movie or a brand of dog sanitation bag, for picking up dog poop. If it's Jim Belushi, press the left arrow. If it's dog poop bag, press the right arrow. Okay, we're off. K911. Dog's best friend. Underdog. Snow dog. 4 paws. That blue sheep. Belushi and those dogs had a lot of on-screen chemistry. It's like watching Hepburn and Tracy, if Hepburn were a German shepherd who comedically pooped everywhere.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Up next, Shark Twain. If Huck Finn swam the Mississippi River disguised as a shark, what would people see sticking out of the water? Huck Finn's anal fin, Huck Finn's pelvic fin, Huck Finn's... The fin on the back of a shark, as well as other fish, is called the dorsal fin. But a book about Huck Finn with a shark fin would probably take a dark turn when he's butchered and turned into expensive soup. Say hello to, speak softly, and carry a big internet following. Which of these is not a TED Talk? The star of Cheers talking about renewable energy? That's a Ted Turner talk. Here's what you meant to pick. While Ted Turner, Ted Danson, and Ted Nugent would all give TED Talks, Edward Norton would give an Ed Talk. And if it was anything like Fight Club, he'd realize he had been giving 2 Ed Talks all along. Oh, spoiler alert.
5 fingers!
It's time for trash stalking. So, I may have pushed my interns too far this time. I sent them to get an entire city's garbage for this next question. And, they've been working on it for 3 days, but it's gonna be worth it.
Here's the last of it, sir.
Wow, you look awful.
I feel awful, sir.
I'm sure you do. Yeah. So, do I have to get my own coffee?
On it, sir.
Good job.
Looking through your trash bag. What's it say about you? Funky trash.
So, what do we have here? We have hundreds of ticket stubs to the Anne Frank House, thousands of Amstel beer cans, and millions of red light bulbs. What city's trash is this? London's, Amsterdam's, Berlin's, or New York's? Amsterdam in the Netherlands is famous for its red light district, is the headquarters for Amstel beer, and is home to the historic Anne Frank House. Yeah, this is definitely Amsterdam's trash. I mean, here's several trash bags full of weed. Oh, dude, this is bad. It's not mine. I swear I'm just holding it for a friend. That That'll wrap up round 1. And lucky for you, there's room for improvement. Don't forget, in round 2, all the cash is doubled. And hint, hint, the wrong answer of the game is still out there waiting for you. Okay, let's see what's next. How about, I don't negotiate with vandalists. Say a criminal mastermind decides to kidnap Mount Rushmore and hold it for ransom. What's something he could chisel off of the monument and send to the cops to show that he's serious? Abraham Lincoln's ear, George Washington's left hand, Thomas... Sucks to be you. Want to see the answer? On Mount Rushmore, Abe Lincoln has no visible ears, George Washington has no hands, and Thomas Jefferson certainly doesn't have a beard. But Teddy Roosevelt is wearing a pair of glasses that his captor could chisel off and send to the cops. I know, it doesn't seem that threatening, but have you ever seen Teddy Roosevelt without his glasses? He's hideous.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
I call this one, my humps, 2 humps, red humps, blue humps. Say the Black Eyed Peas wanted to replace lead singer Will.i.am with the Dr. Seuss character Sam I Am. Under what condition might he agree to join the band? That they change their name to the Red and Blue Eyed Peas? That they change their name to the Brown Eyed Peas? Sam I Am is the green food-obsessed character from the Dr. Seuss classic Green Eggs and Ham, so he'd probably be more comfortable with the band name the Green Eyed Peas. And if you thought it was hard avoiding their music before, just wait. You can hide in a boat, with a goat, in the rain, on a train, in a box, with a fox, in a house with a mouse, here, there, anywhere. But Sam I Am will find you, and he will make you listen.
Follow me down to the sea.
Try this on for size. Peach on Earth. What could a peach with alopecia be called? A clementine, an apple, a nectarine, or a plum? Good effort. Good effort. Here's what a right answer looks like. Alopecia is the loss of hair. Botanically speaking, nectarines and peaches are pretty much the same fruit, but nectarines don't have hair or fuzz like peaches do. So a nectarine is like a peach that suffers from alopecia. And sometimes the nectarines try to pass themselves off as peaches by drawing in some thick eyebrows, but you can tell. You can tell. This one's known as I Break for Cookies. Say, do you ever paint a fortune cookie red, call it Miranda Templeton, and then make out with it in a closet? Yeah, neither do I.
Cookie, fortune, cookie, fortune, cookie, messes with.
All right, let's see what we got. Don't toot your own horn. Who would need to hire another musician then? Yo-Yo Ma, Scott Joplin, B.B. King, or... What? No. Now pay attention. Wynton Marsalis is a jazz musician known for playing the trumpet. Which reminds me, I still have my trumpet from middle school in here. Man, I haven't played in so long, I forgot what this thing even does. Oh my god, that's a spit bell! Ah! Ah! And on its way, I have no idea what to wipe. If the makers of Pepto Bismol came out with a new medication to treat logorrhea, where might the label tell you to pour it? In your mouth, in your eyes, in your hair, or on your shoes? Your performance is Pepto Bismol. Were you thinking of this one? Logorrhea is incessant or compulsive talkativeness, kind of like diarrhea of the mouth. So the best place to pour the Pepto would be in your mouth. Well, let's see if this helps. I think it's working. I mean, I'm still talking. I don't really seem to be slowing down, so I'm pretty sure this isn't going to fix my problem. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see 2 clues that Oh, do you need to be somewhere? My mistake. Here's your clue. Just add water. What happens when you add water? Good luck. You know, I wonder what'll happen if I add some water to my microphone here.
Oh, thank you, good sir. I am Prince Julius, and I was under a terrible curse. My wicked stepmother turned me into this microphone, and the spell could only be broken by water poured from the hands of an oaf. How can I ever repay you for your kindness?
Yeah, I'll tell you how you can repay me. You can buy me a new f***ing microphone.
I'm a little bit light in the old cash department.
Just get the hell out of here, Julius.
You don't know Jack!
Hey, kids, are your parents out of the room?